Hello business people, you're watching Golden Access on Location, the program that brings you to be inspired by the success story from the business people. With me, Liani Anwar, this is Golden Access on Location. And today we're having an interview with foreign businessman who runs the business successfully in Indonesia. Here is George Loizos, owner one-of-a-kind luxury item. Hello George.
Hello,
How are you today?
welcome, very well, thank you.
It's great to see you today. Can you
Same
tell
here.
us more about your business journey while developing business in Indonesia?
Sure. First of all, to start a business in Indonesia, you have to love Indonesia also. So it started with a holiday to Bali. So like many foreigner, we fall in love with Bali. It's a very magical island.
Okay.
And then you can see the opportunities that happen in Jakarta, because Jakarta is one of the biggest cities in the world. Definitely one of the most important in Southeast Asia. And
Okay.
there is so much potential here.
The first reason that you love Indonesia, since you came to Indonesia first time and then you think that you wanna start the business in Indonesia, right?
Correct.
Okay, and what kind of business you do now? Fashion business. Why did you choose the fashion business in Indonesia rather than other sector?
Well, I was working before for Versace, so I come from a background where um, I got exposed in Milan for all the beautiful things. And okay, Jakarta already is a fashion capital, but there's still potential for more concepts and more ideas because the market is so big.
Okay.
So this is sort of the opportunity that I managed to see
Okay,
here.
you see Indonesia has a big opportunity and so interesting to run business in Indonesia.
Correct.
When did the first time you come to Indonesia?
I first came when I was 21 years old.
Wow.
Yes, when I finished
It was the
university.
first time?
Yes.
Okay. Where
And
did you study?
I studied in London. I
Okay.
did a law degree there.
And then?
And then after that, I came to Indonesia on a holiday. And then I worked in Singapore for 2 years.
Okay, you used to work in Singapore for 2 years.
Correct.
And then why did you choose Indonesia to run business? I mean, what are the considerations?
The fact that the market is such a big market is one of the major one that not only in retail but in many type of industry, everybody really focus on Indonesia because of its size. So Indonesia, together with Thailand, are the two biggest markets in Southeast Asia.
Okay, and what kind of business you were doing until now?
Before, when I was working in Versace, I was doing marketing. And in Indonesia, of course, we set up one of a kind.
Okay.
One of a kind is a luxury outlet, so to speak. We bring a luxury gown, luxury baju pengantin, luxury kalung, all at a discounted price.
Okay.
So it is a store where, because Indonesian love good price item, so we combine luxury
Okay.
with good price.
With affordable price.
Yes.
Okay, and when did the first time you launched your business, you started your own business, one of a kind?
Correct.
Okay, when did the first time?
It was in 2014, end of 2014.
Okay, the first time you run your business, I mean, how did you do that? Maybe you bring or you import from overseas or
At
how?
first, we were working mostly with arisan. So the arisan
Arisan?
yes, arisan is the events that take place among ibu-ibu,
Okay.
and they, for example, we attend birthday party, and after that, the business was slowly getting better, and we decided that it's a good time to open a store. And we opened one of a kind in Dharma Wangsa Square to focus mostly in Jakarta Selatan.
Okay, where your product come from?
Mostly from Europe,
Okay.
but also from America. So we source a lot of the product from Europe. I am orang Yunani,
Okay.
so of
From
course,
Greece?
yes, I bring a lot of the items from Greece,
Okay.
and then certain pieces also come from Italy
Okay.
and America.
And do you marketing your product with online or Instagram or
Mostly Instagram.
Instagram.
Yes, it's a very good tool. Indonesian really love to use Instagram. Always they take selfie and
Okay.
photographs, and traffic is so bad in Jakarta that everybody's when they're stuck on traffic, they're on their phone. So definitely, I remember when I first came here, it was my customer who said to me, George, do you have Instagram? And I said no. But they said to me, you really have to use Instagram because even before a lot of business, they don't really need a store. They just work with Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah.
online marketing is so very helpful
Yes.
for your business, right?
Yes, but because the price of our product is still not that cheap, people still need to see the product. That's why we had to do the investment to open a boutique because Instagram is good for product which is sold about 300,000, 400,000 rupiah.
Okay.
Because our product is 1 to 3 million. The customer is not so confident to spend yet 1 to 2 million or 3 million if they don't see the product.
So you have to adapt with Indonesian culture, right?
Of course.
And
In Europe, it's not like that. In
It's
Europe,
not like
people are more confident to buy $1 to $200 product without seeing it.
Okay.
But in Jakarta, in Indonesia, the consumer really wants to see the product.
Okay, and how do you get the profit from that?
How do we get the profit
Yeah.
from that? Because we have to buy at a good price. So the profit is made on the purchase.
Okay.
So you have to really focus that if you buy good price, you can sell good
Okay.
price. But if you buy expensive, you will make a loss.
Okay, so it's still a good business with the Indonesian culture, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Indonesian like to look for bargain.
Bargain.
Yes.
Okay, we'll continue discussing about your quality of product, but
Sure.
after the break.
Sure.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
We give the customer options to trust us. So for instance, if a customer want to buy a baju, we give them, and later there has to be alteration, we give them the option. They can leave the product here or they can take it with them and then we can meet again. But the majority of the customer is very used to trusting the boutique. So I think it's in the culture also.
Stop, only on IDX channel.
Ingin menjalani kehidupan yang mapan dan masa depan yang sejahtera? Sikapi uang dengan bijak. Mulailah berinvestasi di pasar modal. Dengan membeli saham melalui bursa efek maupun perusahaan sekuritas, Anda dapat menikmati hasil keuntungan dari perusahaan-perusahaan besar yang tersedia. Pastikan Anda berinvestasi di perusahaan yang memiliki izin resmi, cerdas mengelola, masa depan sejahtera. Otoritas Jasa Keuangan, lembaga pengawas industri jasa keuangan yang terpercaya.
Setting out of the box and create something unimaginable. There are no boundaries, more like magic but without limit. Sky is the limit, only on IDX channel. By the end of the weekend, you might want to review the whole thing together and prepare for what will happen next week.
Pertumbuhan ekonomi tahun 2018 sebesar 5,4%.
With the outlook, it will be easy to do. You are watching IGX channel.
Continue discussion with George Loizos, owner of one-of-a-kind luxury item. Alright, George, continue discussion. We'll talk about your quality of the product. I
Sure.
think it's not easy to develop fashion business in Indonesia with very tight competition. What about your quality of the product and what did you do until now?
Well, in order to guarantee the quality, we try to choose brands and from very famous designers. So this way, of course, there has been a lot of attention paid to the quality. And then again, when because we are dealing with clothing, a lot of the pieces have to be tailored. So we make sure that the customer service and the workmanship that we do with the penjahit is a very sort of high quality.
What did you do to attract, in order to attract your customer and customer satisfaction?
Basically, we try to really provide one-on-one service. When we get a customer, most of the customers walk-by customer. We try to maintain the database and then develop a very one-on-one relationship with the customer. So the Indonesian customer really appreciates the one-on-one service.
Okay, I think it's not easy to be a foreigner to develop business in the country that you were not coming from. You're not Indonesian, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you come from Greece.
But I
and-
eat Indonesian
Yeah.
food. I live in Indonesia. I love it here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have to love the country also,
yes, you
right?
have to love the country. But what about the business link? How did you create that?
Of course, I have Indonesian business partner, and they are familiar with Indonesia, and that is very important for a foreigner to be able to have an Indonesian business partners is very, very important.
How to make the Indonesian customer to trust with you?
The product actually, whether it's authentic or not, of course, they can look at the designs online and they can see that there is a similar product like that on the internet. And then, of course, we give the customer options to trust us. So, for instance, if a customer wants to buy a baju, we give them, and later there has to be alteration. We give them the option. They can leave the product here, or they can take it with them, and then we can meet again. But the
Okay.
majority of the customer is very used to trusting the boutique. So I think it's in the culture also.
Okay, your boutique here. When did the first time you opened this boutique in Dharma Wangsa?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yes.
And what about the until now?
Well, basically, Dharma Wangsa has been evolving also. It's in a sort of a very prestigious part of Jakarta Selatan, and it's an alternative to the customer who doesn't always want to go to the big mall. So sometimes customers get tired of shopping in the big mall. They want to come to the smaller
Okay.
mall, and we cater to this type of
Okay.
market.
Since the first time you opened the boutique and the progress still doing good until now.
Yes.
And do you hire the designer or you design your own product or
We import
you
the
import
product,
all
yes.
of your product?
Yes, but eventually we are planning also to launch our own collection.
Really?
Yes, because the brand already one of a kind. We have about on Instagram we are at luxury_gowns, and we have about already almost 5,000
I
followers.
follow it, sir.
Good, thank you. And there's good brand awareness, and it's quite nice to be able to make also product in Indonesia.
And when will you start it?
Hopefully by the end of this year.
The end of this year.
Yes.
And will you hire designer, Indonesian designer,
Yes.
or from abroad?
All Indonesian.
Why you choose Indonesian designer?
Buatan Indonesia.
Buatan Indonesia.
Yeah.
And the brand one of a kind?
Yes.
Okay,
With the brand one of a kind.
one of a kind. Okay. And do you have any other pieces besides one of a kind?
When I launched one of a kind, then about last year, I also launched my own swimsuit collection.
Swimsuit collection?
Yes, it's called Jovita.
Jovita.
Jovita is a swimsuit, so inspired by Bali.
Okay.
So I wanted to sort of highlight Cinta Indonesia. So there is prints of each product. For example, Jakarta skyline,
Okay.
Bali Tegalalang rice fields.
Awesome.
Yes, and that is doing very good also
Okay.
because the price is also very competitive.
When do you sell it?
I sell in Good Step, so we sell in Plaza Indonesia, and then I sell in Pims, Pondok Indah Mall, and of course you can find it in the boutique here in Dharma Wangsa Square also,
Okay, but-
and online.
Online too, yeah.
Also, a lot
but
of online.
especially for men,
Yes.
swimsuit for men.
This is swimsuit only for men.
Why don't you create for women?
Eventually,
Why?
Eventually, because of course I'm a guy,
Mm.
so I can wear the product. It's
Okay.
easier for me to see if I like or not.
Okay.
I didn't have so much confidence
Mhm.
yet to launch the for ladies.
But later you will launch it, or do you have any
Yes.
plan to do that?
Yes, slowly, slowly.
Slowly, slowly, yeah.
The
Okay.
important thing in business also to take your time, not to make many mistakes,
Uh-huh.
because the mistake can be very costly.
Yeah, okay, okay. And how do you see both Indonesian market, especially for fashion industry and swimsuit? We will
Yes.
continue discussing after the break. Don't go anywhere. We still have one more segment after the break.
My family wanted me to become a dentist.
Dentist.
Yes, so it's a very classic thing, but maybe I wasn't so medical oriented, because for to be a dentist is like a doctor.